You've been engaged for 3 weeks, maybe even 3 months. You've been on Pinterest, and oh, you've been on Pinterest. You have a board titled hair and makeup, or you might even have separate boards, you know. And let me tell you, I know that board has at least 50, 60, you know, maybe even up to 300 and something pins on there. Choosing a bridal hair makeup style is supposed to feel exciting, not overwhelming. For most brides, it slowly becomes one of the most stressful things in wedding planning, and it's in sleeper mode because it's just sitting there in the back of your mind, taking up so much mental space, because it's not just the hair and makeup. It's the prep. It's the timing of your facials, massages, lymphatic drainage, hair color, trims, cuts, extensions, whatnot, what have you. Problem is, you like all of it. You've got stuff from sleek updo, soft curls, dewy skin, braids, and graphic liners, even something hyper sculpted, but you got a problem. And it's not that you don't have taste, but you got too many reference points and no framework to categorize all your photos with. And today I am walking you through the exact framework while I do my glam. There is such a thing between inspirational and aspirational, and let's talk about it. Inspirational is something you can 100% see yourself wearing, and aspirational is more of like a misinformed dream of sorts. Think about Victoria's Secret or Barefoot Dreams, or maybe even Skims. Those brands to me are aspirational because you want the things, and when you have the things, it makes you feel a certain way you want to feel. It makes you feel like the model, like you've got the slow calm morning, etc., whatnot, what have you. And that is a big problem. And I am saying this with all the love I could possibly give you. Please don't bring aspirational pictures. Your Pinterest board needs a hard edit. I mean a hard edit. For reference, go onto your Pinterest and search Angel Glam. And it pulls up gorgeous Victoria's Secret models. Might even pull up some of their fashion show looks. But that is what I mean when I say aspirational. Because if it's not something you're going to feel comfortable in and wear every day, you're not going to look at your wedding. That's all it is. Said and done. If you can, try to find inspiration from an actual artist. Stuff like this. I always tell my brides, do you like the person in the photo? Like, do you like the look in the photo? Or do you just think she's pretty? And when you fall down that aspirational inspo rabbit hole, that's when your board gets visually constipated. At that point, it becomes hard to differentiate photos that you like and photos that you could actually see yourself wearing, like the looks in them. I'm still hung up on the visually constipated comment, but think about it. When your board is, I can't stop saying this, but when your board is visually constipated, you can't find the right words to tell an artist what you want. Like, the right words won't come out. I promise we're classy over here. And I always recommend my brides to go through your camera roll and find a time where you absolutely loved the way you looked in a photo. And I'm not saying bareface, like find a photo of you with makeup on, with your hair done, and add that to your board. Because at that point, it becomes inspiration, because you know, it's actually you. Another issue is when you're pinning aspirational and inspirational content, you're just creating giant contradictions. And when you show your board to somebody else, it's hard for them to understand what look you're going for. Here is a very good clarity test you can put your Pinterest board through. Show it to your fiance. If they can tell exactly the look you're going for within, 10-15 seconds, you're good. If they can't, you need some self-editing. You got some work to do. After you've got your clarity answer, if it did not pass, go back and remove about 60 to at least 70% of the pictures on that board. And I'm being a little limiting. It might be in your Instagram saved or your TikTok saves. But go back and remove at least half. At least. Maybe even more. Another good filter is, it doesn't need to look like a regular day-to-day look. Also, think about where you're getting married, because the same look for a garden wedding is not gonna hit the same as one for a ballroom. Also, really important is try to find pictures of people that at least look kinda like you. I'm not saying you have to find carbon copies, but if you got brown hair, don't look up blonde inspo, or don't save something with blonde hair. Please. If you are super fair toned, a look on a darker complexion isn't gonna look the same. If you've got high contrast features, look for pictures with high contrast features. For reference, I have like mid contrast features, borderline low depending on time of year. Here's something most brides haven't had explained to them yet, but there are different categories of makeup. We've got classic, soft romantic, or editorial, natural / minimal, and boho. And most bridal looks will fall within those categories, and if not, then you have a very unique taste. Those terms will heavily influence what kind of search results you get. Because the thing is, Pinterest isn't for inspiration. It's more so a... Oh, I got eyeliner like in my eye. Pinterest is not a decision-making tool. It's a discovery engine. It's like it's a visual Google. When your perspective on Pinterest changes the way you use it. And here's the thing most brides don't realize until it's too late. Is there's an artist out there that specializes in the exact look you want. Don't go to a generalist. Go to a specialist. If you look at their portfolio and there's no clear style, look, even something named that isn't obvious, find somebody else. Does anyone else have a product that looks like this where you've cut the top off to get what the rest of it out there and you just put it back on? And while we're here, when's the last time you washed your brushes? Add that to your to-do list, like right now. When you're looking through portfolios, an editorial artist is not gonna be it for you if you have a very pampas grass heavy boho wedding. That is the example I always default to. Don't hire me for the boho braid of your dreams. There are better options out there. Much better options. Because if you hit my inbox with that, I will lovingly tell you no. And then give you other artist recommendations instead. Because that is not my favorite thing to do. Like, you're not gonna hire an alternative bridal artist for a New England inspired wedding. Like, if your vibe is Miranda Priestley in the Hamptons, don't hire an alternative artist. If you want the no makeup look, don't hire me. Please don't hire me. Not for that. But what I'm getting at is your artist needs to have a specialty. And don't come at me for price point, because there is there's an artist out there for everybody. But I actually know of a nifty little tool you can use to help find the right artist. Then even inspo looks, you know, looking through real artist photos and not what Pinterest thinks you like. If you're anything like me, you've had that Pinterest account since you were, 15, which means my Pinterest account is like 11 years old, and the things I liked in high school are not the things I like now. I acquired some taste. And the bridal edit is your clarity tool. What is a bridal edit, you ask? Inside the bridal edit, it's not a vendor directory, and we all know the ones I'm talking about. It ain't it. It's nothing but hair and makeup artists. You won't find a florist, you won't find a planner, you won't find a DJ. And that's on purpose. Inside the bridal edit, there is a dedicated artist tab. You can filter by states, you can filter by hair and makeup, you can filter by who travels. And you see these little numbers over here on the side. You can get matched with the right artist for you. Inside the app, you can also figure out what kind of bride you are. Go through a little quiz, and it will give you your bridal archetype. It tells you why you resonate with this look. It gives you recommendations based on your hair and skin type, things to ask for, and how compatible your look is with your hair and skin type. Also, it gets a little real with you. And after you take your little quiz, it saves your profile. You come over to your profile, and it's right here at the top. Please do not mind my waterfall profile picture. Yeah, you can also upload your inspiration pictures. That way, you don't have to scroll through that Pinterest board to find that one photo. We'll add this one. Isn't she gorgeous? You can choose based on hair, based on makeup, overall vibe, because that's important. Because you can how the picture resonates with you without actually liking the look in it. And you can also upload things you don't like. And you can add notes. You can enter your wedding venue, your date, concerns that you want to share with your artist, and you can also find your artist. But the goal isn't to find your perfect mood board. It's to find a look that looks like you. Put a little highlight on today too. Yeah, I'll put some highlight on too. Feeling overwhelmed by bridal hair makeup inspiration isn't a sign that you have bad taste or that you're being indecisive. It's a sign you've been gathering without a framework. And the fix isn't to save more photos or even delete your Pinterest, because that's a bit extreme. It's to approach it with a little more structure and strategy. Start with what you already have and look for patterns. Think about who you are and what you actually like, and give yourself permission to delete some of those photos on that board. The Bridal Edit app was exactly built for this. It's a clarity tool to help you make sense of the inspiration you already have. Links in the description. I'm really excited. The goal is to find a look that you genuinely like on a day that really matters. If you're still here, like, subscribe, and tell me what the overarching theme of your bridal glam and inspo is. Bye!